Subterranea from Imagic for the Atari 2600 has been on my Friday Plays to-do list for a good long while, and it might have just sat there, but for the consistent urging of a regular viewer. See, this wasn't one I played much in my youth, so I didn't have any experience with it or any real affinity. Well, after having played it in preparation for this video, well, that's all changed. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Imagic released Mark Klein's Subterranea for the Atari VCS in 1983. Now, my first real focused play of Subterranea was in preparation for my Imagic ranking tier video 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And at that time, I didn't see the appeal, and I scored it a D. Now, that might have been the end of it, but then regular GenXGrownUp viewer and vocal Friday Plays commenter Beastcake put on a masterclass in campaigning me to feature his favorite game here on Friday Plays. Now, not in any sort of insistent or aggressive manner, but every few videos I'd see a subtle comment from Beastcake noting that for whatever shortcoming or criticism I had about the game I was featuring, well, Subterranea was better. I'll tell you, when I see passion like that, I take notice. Beastcake, you wore me down. And now, after spending more time with Subterranea, I'm glad you did. Let's jump in. Here he is, Subterranea for the 2600. This is the attract screen, and on the screen already you can see my ship, you can see the Imagic copyright in the corner, and you can see the damn Hexuplex monster running back and forth across the bottom of the screen, which is your primary nemesis in this game, and the thing that, for me, drives me forward, because he kind of starts and ends each level and makes you want to continue and progress to battle him, because, let's face it, he's a dick. Look at him. Look at all down there, looking all tentacly and throwing these things in the air and trying to kill you, and it's rare that some of these old Atari games have like a major villain like that I can think of. It's usually the swarm of aliens, the armada, but to have a big bad guy like that, it's kind of novel. Okay, there's a lot of depth to this game, and if you'd asked me about it before, you'd go, remember Subterranean? I go, oh yeah, the one where I fly around fast, things kill me fast, and it's over too quickly. That's what I used to think. It's a much more focused, measured, strategic game, even though it looks, and I think in my tier I even compared it to Chopper Command and Defender. Oh, it's a move, left and right, scroll around and shoot stuff in the air. It's not that. It looks like that, and there's an element of that, but it's not just that. So let's see. So let's talk about switches first. No difficulty switches, the A and B, expert, novice, nothing there, but there's game select. So if you game select in the upper right, you can see it just changes between one player or two player and harder game or easier game. So this is a one player difficulty 1, two players difficulty 1, one player difficulty 2, two players difficulty 2. For this entire game, I'm going to use the default, which is one player difficulty 1. That's plenty. You can see everything you need to see, get through the game once, and then the second cycle will probably kill you until you get much better at this game, which I am not. It's also worth noting the Hexuplex moving across the bottom there. Is that a great name, by the way, for a monster? Look at kind of almost like a Castle Grayskull looking structure in the back that also looks like the Hexuplex up at the top there. I think that's kind of cool. Before I do a kind of a tour of the screen, let's talk a little bit about, we have to do this first level. The game starts with the Hexuplex is throwing these, what does he throw at you? They're called aerobots. So I guess flying robots that he throws at you and you need to destroy. So let's do that first, then we'll talk a little bit about movement and the screen layout. So just start. All right. So he's gonna throw stuff at you, of course. Come on, shoot it. Oh! You gotta get. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it'll get shorter. That little line gets shorter as you destroy these. That's how many things are left in this level. That's important throughout the game, not just on Hexuplex levels. There we go. Looks like I got one more. Whoa! Whoa! Come on, get it. Okay. Now, he ran away. Okay. Now is a great time to pause and take a look around the screen. I want you to see how you move. So the joystick, of course, moves you up and down, and it won't be terribly obvious on screens that's black and I'm scrolling, but your ship takes time to accelerate and decelerate. You see that as I move left, there's inertia. It's hard to turn around fast because it has inertia. So be aware of that. You can't turn around on a dime. You can flip your ship, but you can't actually start going the other direction on a dime. So if somebody's approaching you, you're gonna have a tough time getting away sometimes. The fire button, of course, the fire button shoots, but if you hold down the button, really nice rapid fire. That's nice to have. And let's start our tour of the screen of what you can see on screen here. Top left is the number of ships you have in reserve, 1 on screen, and 4, you start with 5. Upper right is your score. Now, what you can't see at the bottom of the screen, we're going to get into the next level and I'll show you that. But right now at the bottom is one of these crystals you want to collect. It's like worth 1,000 points. We'll talk about scoring in a minute. And once I grab it, then begins the subterranean part of Subterranea. So I'll grab this crystal. Come on, grab the crystal. Grab it. Opens up. All right, now, new indicator on the screen, the lower left, that little green dot is what level I am on, what set of caverns I am on. I'm on the first one right now. It'll stay that way for a while. So let's come down into the next cavern. I'm gonna pause just for a moment. I want to pause because there are a few things on screen I want you to take notice of. The bottom center of the screen, that orange bar, we saw it with the Hexuplex. This shows you how many enemies are remaining in this particular cavern, this particular segment of the cavern, I should say. And right now it's full because I haven't shot anybody. You can see some of the enemies flying around there. So let me unpause. Now, you can lose points just as easily as you can gain points in this game. If you bump against the wall, that's going to take points. See me bumping there? And clearing out all these enemies, of course, as you defeat all of them. I used to just, as I said, fly around willy-nilly, try to shoot everything, and everything came out too fast and killed me. But I'm just barely moving around, just positioning myself. And I find chasing enemies is way better than them chasing you. All right, one more to kill, I think. Where's he at? Be careful, there is he. Chase him down. Little noise there tells me I've completed this particular cavern. Now, if you touch the wall, I mentioned, points are deducted. If you touch those little skulls on the wall, that'll kill you too. At the end of every little segment, you're gonna find one of these Electro-Gates. Now, this is the simplest of Electro-Gates. It's one little laser that shoots intermittently. But notice, while it's waiting for me to continue my game, it's taking a point away for every laser that is fired. See, 78, 77, 76. So I could lollygag around here all day, but it's going to burn down my points. You need to get through this Electro-Gate to get to the next section of the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you in this level how punishing this is. You get 3 chances to not run into these gates. Watch this. 1. Boom. Okay, lost some points. That's 1. So here comes 2. Got me. Now watch what happens. If you fail to get through the gate, which is a kind of a puzzle in and of itself, it will close the door and you have to play this little cavern over, but you don't score any points at all. No points. Watch this. Boom. We're back in. The meter filled back up, and no matter who I shoot, no points. I just have to clear the level to earn the opportunity to try to get through the Electro-Gate again. Okay. I think you're catching on. You're catching on. And you're going to see a lot more as I'm going to get through one basic wave here in the tutorial. And then in my full, there we go. So there's the noise I made through. Then in my points run, you'll see way more of the game. You got to find that gate. There it is. And it's very easy to get through. Boom. And I'm through. The second level, those guys tend to kind of dodge and weave a little bit. You can see they don't just go straight. And again, chasing them down is way better than them chasing you. I found get behind them, way easier, way easier. Now, what I haven't done successfully yet, I'll try to do here, is if you can get through one of these waves without losing any lives, this won't be it, you'll get an extra life. There it is. And they get increasingly complex. And I get on through? All right. Let's see if I can't not die this time so that you can see the extra life pop. Whoa! Fail. Let's get to the next Hexuplex at least. All right, cleared that up. Let's check the new Electro-Gate. This is several games in one. Oh, so we made it through all those, so no Electro-Gate. Instead now, we have this little cavern that takes us back to the Hexuplex. And we do this game again. And he's going to have several to throw at us. We have to destroy all of them. If we do, we'll get another crystal. More points. And then we go to the more difficult stage where all those things that we already saw, are back, and then they start shooting at us too for extra bonus. Got one more. Got it. He runs away, gives me a crystal. I grab the crystal. Now you see there's 2 dots, pink dots at the bottom. Now we're on the next level. You fly in and watch these guys start shooting at me now. Boom! Now, there are ways to spam this game in certain levels. Like right now, I can sit right there and on some levels when they're not shooting, you can line up the bullets, line up the enemies with your bullets and really kind of spam it. But once they start shooting at you, that spamming of enemies doesn't happen anymore. Okay. What have I not covered? I haven't talked about the scoring. Oh, here's the game over. You get a mad, crazy Hexuplex who gloats that he defeated you, and the game is over. 37-39 in my tutorial. I'll do better than that. Maybe not better. Not much better, probably, in my walkthrough. Let's talk about scoring, and I'll just pop up this little image. The scoring gradually increases over time, but you can also remember gain score and lose score throughout the course of the game, based on bumping into walls and bumping into gates and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do a points run. In my points run, I'm going to do best, try to maximize my men at 7 before I get to the first Hexuplex, so I can show you as much as the second level as possible, although I haven't made it very far into the second level. That's for you to do. That's for you to accomplish now that you've discovered, like I have, this game, Subterranea. So before I do, I'm going to briefly mention our store at GenXGrownUp.com/merch. Look, you know the holidays are coming up. You know you're going to have to buy gifts for all kinds of people on your wish list. If they like nerdy prints on tees and mugs and shirts and stickers and stuff like that, please check out our store. You can find great stuff like that and get what you're looking for and help us out a little bit too. We certainly do appreciate it. Check it out over there. At least check there first to see if we've got what you're looking for. All right, let's go, Subterranea. You've done this to me, Beast Cake, so here we are. All right, so just get the game started here. You're going to take care of all these little things. That slow turnaround can be very difficult in picking up velocity to get away from these things. All right, I took care of that. That's the way to start the game. Down we go. I'm going to try to show you my method of spamming this game. So find a line where enemies will be and just sit on that line and shoot. They'll all come to you. Look at this. This is a great way to start the game because they only appear on certain levels. So if you just fly along, you'll catch all of them eventually and prevent you from getting hit. Now, it might be a little boring, but you're going to appreciate this later when you have 7 men and you get to the second level. Should be one more coming. There we go. Got him. See, now I have 5 men. I got the extra. It's up to 5 extras. So 5 in reserve plus the one on the screen. Just looking for the Electro-Gate. Should be difficult to get through. Now, when you get to the second cavern, you can kind of spam these enemies, but it's a good idea to start learning their flight patterns and how to exploit them. And again, I like to follow enemies rather than have them surprise you coming on the screen, approaching you. I try to kind of get behind them as best I can. And I'm not moving too fast. I'm just kind of sitting still until I see somebody in my way or that I need to chase. Oh, there's one up there. I didn't quite get him. Just one more to get. There he is. Got it. Now I'm up to 6 lives. I think the skulls always look toward the Electro-Gate to help you. Yep, there it is. A little bit more complex. You saw this one once already. We'll see some more complex ones. All right, now this is the one where he bounces. Oh, and he hit me already. So that's 2 lives. Come on now. He bounces. So moving is not a bad idea. Get behind this guy and watch out. Yeah, 2 of them hit ships. So I would have loved to have 7 men going into the end of this, but this won't be my best run ever to be certain. There we go. Got one. So back to the Hexuplex. He's a jerk. And you can see again the number of those little arrow bots he's going to throw at you on the bar at the bottom, just like in the cave levels. Try to wait for it to shoot at me, and then I go to the other side of the screen like that, if I can. There we go. Oh. Whoa! So I do like how you can turn around and shoot behind you. Ouch! Oh, dang! Hexuplex? The good news is when you get hit by something, it counts as you killed something, so back we go. No, it's level 2, and I only have 2 lives, and they're shooting at me now. And that's how this goes for me. Oh, God. And again, it's good to get behind them, because they can't shoot you when you're behind them. Oh! Hexuplex! Okay, I'm gonna try one more time because I'm not gonna let it defeat me like that. It's just too quick and easy. Here we go. It's the kind of game that's going to make you want to do it again and again, because it can be over so fast with an easy beginning. Like, I get it now. I get why people are a fan of this game, because not only does it have good mechanics, but the feeling of accomplishment when you do figure out what's going on and you're able to kind of find exploits in the game, that's fun. But then it gets very aggressive firing bullets at you, and it's maybe a little less fun, but again, that makes me want to hit reset and go again. Okay, got them all. That was the end of that level. Let's go through that first simple Electro-Gate. I do better than 4,000, right? Is that what I got, 4,000? On we go. All right. You really learn how to handle the levels where bullets are going to be fired at you on these levels. If you can learn to get behind enemies and kind of follow them, because they can't shoot behind them. At least I've not gotten to a part where they can shoot behind them, at least. Maybe that's later. Beyond where I've gotten. And there's never more than 3 on the screen at once. Alright, here's the next Electro-Gate. Not too tough. Let's pass on through this one. Alright, here's the bouncing one. Just, ooh! That bouncing guy always has my number. Ooh! Ouch! Maybe I won't do better than 4,000 on this one. We'll see. It's not going great. Alright, cleared that one. Next Electro-Gate. Let's get on through this. Whoa! Oh, not a gate. We're back to the Hexuplex. Alright, in we go. Oh, why is it I can't hit that. There we go. Aren't these sounds just very imagic? Whoa! Whoa! I ran right into that. But that was the last one. So, 3,000? Doesn't bode well. We'll see how I do. Second level. Again, I have 4,000 points. Try to get behind some of these bad guys before they shoot at me if I can. Whoa! Again, just trying to line myself up behind them. There we go. Whoa! Much better. Much better. Come on, get behind him. Oh, that guy got away. Whoa! Now it's getting a little more complex. Alright. Ooh, ouch! Knocked me all the way out. Oh, ouch! I got one more try, or I gotta redo this one for free. And that's not great. Oh, it happened. Oh, I'm gonna lose lives again. So no points right now. I've just gotta... I'm fighting for the permission to try to do that again. One more life in reserve. Come on. I'd love to get through one more Electro-Gate just to show you. And see, I was over 5,000, but I lost so many points. Is it slower now? Because I'm dumber? Help me out? Ooh, get a little close there. Alright, I made it! I made it! So now, again, enemies, the combination of enemies. Some are shooting at me. Some are super fast. Ugh. Gotta learn the different enemy combinations. One more! Got him. Okay, let's see what the next gate looks like. Whoa, there it is. Alright. Maybe. I made it! Alright. Oh, now we get the bouncing and shooting. Thanks for that. Whoa! I do not want you to shoot me or bounce on me. Oh! Last life. I would love to get the Hexuplex one more time. I'm gonna get to him. Will I defeat him? Probably not. But we're gonna try it. 6,000 points? You know, that could be way worse. Oh, those little guys, those little bird things are much smaller. Whoa! Are there more of them here than usual? I feel like, whoa! Oh, man, that was close. Whoa! Oh. 7,043. Stupid Hexuplex. So that's Subterranea. As you can see, there's more to it than I originally thought there was, and so appropriate that we play it here. This Friday Plays is shaped up to be another ranking tier redemption video. 2 years ago, I gave Subterranea a D, and now, with 2 more years of wisdom and many more hours of play under my belt, I undervalued it. This is at least a solid B, and if you played it as a kid and have nostalgia to go along with the game's inherent quality, Might even argue a score higher, and you wouldn't be wrong. I feature a different vintage game each week here on Friday Plays. If you have a favorite you'd like to see featured, take a cue from Beast Cake and let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, links to previous entries here and here that you can watch right now. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.